Hey, it's Ryan. Welcome back to another XR650L project bike video. Today we got two things. You can see it on the sitting on the bench. Hydraulic service stool. This bike's just a little too heavy for me to be taking on and off the traditional moto stand. I actually cracked my phone taking it on and off just because it's so goofy. So this one is hydraulic and it lifts up to 1,000 pounds, so I think it'll be more than sufficient. The bike weighs like 330. And then all the electrical issues we've been having, traced it down to the CDI box. So instead of hitting it with a T-handle or a hammer or whatever every time I want it to start, and instead of buying a brand new just OEM one, I did some research and ordered a Spectrum Moto CDI box. And this is actually a high compression mapping, since this thing does have the motor work done. A little bit more expensive, but you do have the option to do multiple maps, and you can change them with the flick of a switch if you buy the little switch with it. And if you put your engine work in the description, they'll make sure that the map is appropriate for what you're doing, whether it be stock or a high compression. So that's what's on tap for today. I'm going to take the old CDI off. Actually, we're going to start by completing the assembly of the stand and then get the bike on the stand, try and fire it up with the old CDI just for fun, and then we'll put the new one on and see how it goes. So this is the stand I ended up going with. It was my Amazon Prime Day purchase. It comes out of the box just as such. I think the only thing we have to attach is the little foot lift, and it's just like a little one-page operating instructions and all that. So we're going to start there. All right, let's see how this thing works. Make sure it's there. Well, that's significantly easier. Flip the little safety lock. Nice. I don't know if I'm supposed to do this with the bike on there, but it does swivel. I feel like probably not. Ooh, is it gonna clear? No. If I go this way. No. Damn it. Oh, we'll just force it. It's pretty convenient. I don't know. Well, if it falls, it falls. Let's see if we can get this thing started. Where's the old trusty T-handle? Yeah, sure enough, a couple hits on the CDI and it wants to start. All right, got the bike started up after whacking the old CDI. It's just for fun. Looks like it's just a one, maybe two. The battery retainer also holds in the CDI, and it should just be 210 mils. Looks like the other side was already loose. Here's the troublemaker. There it is. And this thing's cool too because it actually has a port. You can plug it into your computer and create your own maps. I'm trying to think of how best. I didn't realize the old one has this kind of rubber silicone sleeve on it. So we're going to take this off and we'll see if it fits on the new one. This is a size comparison. So old one, new one. Old one's a bit longer. It has the plugs directly on it, where this one has the cord. About the same thickness though. I don't think I don't think this is gonna fit. I'll keep trying. All right, this turned out to be kind of quite the wrestling match. Obviously, the stock CDI to this one aren't the same, and so this little rubber housing, so it doesn't vibrate around, is not fitting. But I wanted something so it's not just rattling around. I'll probably fold this in and put it in, and it'll be a lot better than it just kind of rattling around or using a rag or some crap like that. And I think I'm actually going to do it maybe this way. I don't know. We'll see. I'm going to try a couple different things, and there's two options, and then we'll see what works. Okay, this is the best that I came up with. The port is on the top side. I put the cover back on, and then that bottom flap here, and just fold it, and then it fits pretty nicely, and then it's snug enough where I don't think it'll rattle around, especially once the retainer's back on. So let's go ahead and the battery tinder cord out of the way. Let's see how this stuff lines back up. Oh, that's, ooh, car's zooming. Bummer about living in the country is it's a quiet road until it's not, you know. This one seems to be a little bit wider, so we'll see how the retaining, this little 10 mil bolt goes back in. Make sure we're not pinching anything. I like it. Oh yeah, that feels good. Okay, so oh, it's very loose. That feels good. Yeah, that's not going anywhere, and the cord, I feel like, has an appropriate bend into it. It's not too kinked over anything. And then with these, so I think this plug is for the switch that you can buy, so you can swap between the two maps. I didn't get that, maybe down the road. And then it's just the two normal plugs into here. Like so. Fits nicely. I'll tuck this guy in there. I'll probably tape that off just in case down the road do want to get a second map option. And maybe we can tuck everything in here. Oh yeah, that's not bad. Not bad at all. Now, let's, there we go. Now let's see if we can fire this thing up and it doesn't blow up or anything. All right, old CDI, troublemakers out. They aren't quite the same exact size, but you saw we made that work. Even utilizing the old rubber cover on it. So we're gonna fire it up. We know it's warm, so it shouldn't struggle at all. Again, this one's mapped for high compression, which this bike is. All right, take two. My microphone fell off. But bike's warm, high compression, CDI's in. Let's see what happens. Fired right up. Gonna let it sit there and run for a bit. The steering stabilizer is rattling off. Of course, the crossbar for the handlebars is in the way. I don't know what you guys think. I think I might take this steering stabilizer off. I don't even know if it really works. Wow, that's really loose. What the hell? I wonder what other things on this bike are rattling loose. Well, that sounds pretty good. A little smoky. Let's check our oil. We'll turn it off for safety, huh? Probably should have turned my fan on too, give her some airflow in here. Yeah, oil's good. So clean, it's hard to see. But I want the that dipstick temperature gauge, but it says on the description that it doesn't work with the Scott steering stabilizer, which is what's on here. Probably because of the little stem that comes down, but just for peace of mind, it'd be nice to have a temp gauge. See if it just... Look at that. That's nuts. I think starts better than my Norden. Look at this. Kind of a lot of smoke. Well, I think it's going to wrap it up for this episode, as I just swiveled the bike. We got the new stand underneath, which makes it a lot easier to get this thing up and down off of the stand. I don't know if we're supposed to be swiveling it while it's on there, but it's super convenient. And then we installed that CDI box with the high compression. Thumbs up, besides the bit of white smoke. I wouldn't even say a bit. It's kind of a lot of white smoke that's coming out, and didn't stop after it was warmed up. So I don't know if that's related to the CDI or if that's just I don't know, a pre-existing thing. I don't remember it ever happening, but yeah. So another piece of the puzzle done. I think what's coming up next is we're going to be using the angle grinder here, taking the tank off, and then trimming some of the big head fins that are rubbing on the fuel tank, because that's just kind of a recipe for disaster. But I appreciate you guys. Whoa. I appreciate you guys tuning in. I'm hoping to see you guys next week so we can grind these fins down. And then, yeah, I'd really like to take this thing for kind of a maiden trip and see how it does. So thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.